Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be similar to a video I made, or a couple of videos that I made earlier in the year about the On Cloud Cloudsurfers, a new running shoe that I got earlier in the year. Recently I got a pair of the Trail Runners by On Cloud, and yeah, I just wanted to do a similar video reviewing them, sort of talking about my experience so far with them. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to get on into the video and talk about these new shoes. So in late October, early November, I got these new pair of Trail Runners as quite an early Christmas present from my boyfriend, because these were literally the only things that I really wanted. Yeah, he very kindly bought those for me as an early Christmas present. So yeah, we were on holiday in the Lake District, and in Ambleside there's an awesome shop called the Epic Centre, I think that's how you call it. And yeah, I basically got them there from this really nice man who helped me like with the fitting and trying them out and everything. And yeah, it was all a really cool experience. I wasn't originally going to get these shoes, I was going to get another version of their Trail Runner, but in the end I went for these ones. As you can see, they have been used. They are a little bit muddy, also white. This is such a white theme to this video, maybe that's why I subconsciously wore white, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this is what they look like. They're a little bit muddy, but yeah, this is what they look like. And yeah, the original shoes that I was planning on getting, I'll insert a photo here, and then when I saw them in person and tried them on and everything, I didn't actually like them as much as I got on with these ones. And these ones I'd sort of avoided because these ones are more for like trail racing. I don't really race on trail, I do a lot of training on trail and stuff just because I live in the countryside, it's everywhere and I really enjoy being on the trail, but I'm not particularly like racing a lot on trail, so that's why I wasn't really going for these ones. But I am really glad that I did get them in the end, and it does turn out actually that I have quite a few cross-country trail races coming up in the next few months, so I really will be testing them out over the next few months, because I absolutely love trail and I don't enter enough trail races, I don't think, so it really was an incentive to like get more out there with the trail races. So yeah, in the end I went for these ones as my new trail shoe. These are the On Cloud Cloudventure Peak, and they were £135. I think we managed to get a discount on them, like a student discount or a young person's discount. I think Sam actually paid like £120 for them or something like that. My first impression of them when I walked in, I thought, oh, actually they look really nice in person. I thought they don't really look bulky at all. The other ones looked really bulky in comparison, and I'm not about a bulky shoe. I really want something lightweight, minimalistic, just that's going to do the job and not have loads of like clobber on it. My first impressions when I tried them on is that they were extremely comfortable. They have this like slip-on taping that literally like you can't open this up any further, like you just slip your foot into there, because this is all one sort of slip-on grip around your foot. And then obviously you tighten up with the laces, but I found them extremely comfortable. These are a size 6, my other On Clouds are a 6.5, so I did ask for a 6.5 and they didn't have any, so I thought I'll try a 6 and see what happens. And honestly, the 6s fit me fine. I think because it is quite a snug fit, it works with a size 6. My feet sizes tend to be different in different running brands anyway, so I couldn't be wearing really thick socks. I mean, kind of obviously, because it's like quite hard to get your foot in there, like if you're wearing like quite thick socks. But I don't wear thick socks when running because I mean my feet would overheat, so normally I wear quite thin socks. I have some really nice Nike socks that work really well in these, so yeah, if you're wearing thick socks I wouldn't really recommend it unless you sort of have like a bigger size. The 6s fitted really snug and they aren't too big, they aren't too small, they fitted perfectly. They're definitely designed for a more narrow sole. This is why I've always got on with On Cloud since I discovered them. I've always had very narrow feet my whole life. My feet are quite small, so yeah, I just find that the On Clouds fit my feet really well because they're quite a narrow fit, so that just sort of suits my feet quite well. Yeah, I just found that they were very sturdy feeling. They have this like plastic support at the back here. But yeah, they just feel really sturdy. I'll give you a look underneath at the actual trail sole. I don't know how much you can see because it is pretty dirty, but they still have the well-known On Cloud design of like the pockets of air. It's like you're running on clouds, so yeah, that provides a lot of support there, but equally there's a lot of grip and support from the trail design underneath. Another first impression was the material that they've used for this. I'm not too sure what the material is. Yeah, this material really struck me as interesting, and it was very comfortable and feels very, it could tear easy, but I feel like it might not tear easily. And yeah, the white color really like stood out for me when they were on the shelf. I thought, wow, okay, a bright white shoe, that's interesting for a trail runner because they're going to get immediately muddied up. Color I wasn't sure about at first. I thought, why would you have white as a trail shoe? It doesn't really make sense because they're going to get so muddy, but I suppose it's quite cool. Like they stand out, and I think it makes the design more simplistic looking, which does actually appeal to me. And so yeah, when I was trying them on in the store, I just really did prefer them over the Cloudventures. I just felt they were heavier and not as nice feeling as these ones. But I mean, it's all personal preference. I would maybe try a pair of those other ones for like walking in or something. They'd be quite a good walking shoe, I feel like. Yeah, what really appealed to me with these was how light they were. So these weigh 260 grams and the Cloudventures weigh 295 grams, so there is a 30 odd gram difference, which I could definitely tell. So probably the most important thing is, do they actually work as a trail shoe? I have tried them out and they felt super grippy. I've done a fair few training runs here at home on the muddy fields, and honestly they have been amazing so far. Like, I just completely get on with them. They're a really nice feeling shoe on tarmac and off tarmac as well. No, they're not built for road running, but I had to use the roads to access the trail here, so yeah, even on the road they feel really nice. The only downside is when I was going uphill on the way back, on the left shoe I had a lot of rubbing, like what felt like from this support here, this plastic bit here, it felt like inside it was like rubbing against the back of my foot quite a lot. So yeah, that was kind of weird, and I don't know why it happened. It hasn't happened since, but I feel like it's probably just my feet making their home inside the shoes, if you know what I mean. Your feet definitely mold to the shoe. My other On Clouds, remember, they rubbed a little bit at the start, but yeah, I don't really have many negative things to say from my experience in them so far since the start of November. It's now midway through December, so I've had about 6 weeks with them. They have a lot of grip, a lot of support, and they're not waterproof, but my feet didn't particularly get that wet in them either. I haven't yet done a race in them, but yeah, this coming weekend will be my first trail cross-country race in them, so I'm very excited to try them out. Something else I'd like to add in is I wish there were more colour options for these. I know it's not all about the colour. At the end of the day, it's a shoe. It really doesn't matter. It's going to get dirty anyway. But I did find that the white colour was a bit strange for a trail shoe, and I would have liked maybe a black version, like a fully black version. But that's honestly just like, it doesn't really matter, to be honest, about the colour, because it's a really good shoe. But I do wish there were more colour options, because there are for the other shoes, and for this particular trail shoe this is the only colour you can get them in. And yeah, one last thing to mention actually that's similar to the other shoes is the material of the laces is quite slippery, and it definitely comes undone quite easily unless you double tie them. So in my other On Clouds I had the same experience. I only did one tie and they started coming undone on my run one day, and I thought, oh okay, so I had to double tie them. It's a similar situation for these. If I only tied them up once, I feel like they would slowly slip undone because it's quite a slippery material that they've used for the laces. Honestly, at this point I have nothing negative to say about them. In terms of how long they'll last me, I can't say that. It's just going to differ for every person. It depends how much you use them, what sort of terrain you use them on. I've heard a lot of things about the fact that On Cloud don't really last that long, and I'd agree. My Cloud surfers are just kind of starting to wear out earlier than I'd say another shoe would. At the end of the day, they're extremely lightweight. They are a brilliant shoe to me. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say, to be honest. First impressions, my little review, everything. I think I've said everything that I want to say. Hopefully you found this video useful, and please go check out my other On Cloud videos. I'll leave the links in the description. And yep, it is Christmas. If you can see the tree there, it's very nearly Christmas, which is very exciting. But yeah, if I don't post another video before Christmas, I hope you have a lovely Christmas and a good new year, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye everybody.